Ukraine. I start in Odessa, right? And then I work my way to the Crimea.
That's low-grade stuff, man. We have better coke at the White House.
You fucking is your problem?
What's up, guys? It's Benny. It is officially over for Volodymyr Zelenskyy. The money train has stopped. The cocaine use has now been caught on camera in this remarkable video where you can just see the cocaine shoot out of his nose. I can't believe that. This is real, but it is. And for good reason, he is back up on the uppers and down on the downers because the regime is officially over. There are now full-scale mass raids going on in Ukraine. Probably the reason why Zelenskyy is hitting that nose powder a little extra hard these days. And Tucker Carlson getting the results. A remarkable feat here. The reason I'm showing you this Tucker Carlson post from Monday, it is Friday today, is because Tucker Carlson called it, man. The Wall Street Journal has held a story detailing the personal corruption of Andrei Yermak, the second most powerful man in Ukraine. Yermak has skimmed hundreds of millions of American tax dollars meant for Ukraine aid. The Journal's editors can prove it, but they're not. Instead, they're protecting Yermak. Why? Tucker goes on to say that, of course, the people who run the Wall Street Journal want the war to continue. True corruption without informing its readers. The Murdoch family is using both sides of the newspaper to continue the war in Russia, or the war with Russia. And that's not the behavior of a news organization. It's the hallmark of an intel agency. This seen by millions of people, 55,000 likes, 14,000 reposts. So making a dent. And what happens immediately after this? Less than 5 days after Tucker posts that, Volodymyr Zelenskyy's chief of staff resigns after being searched by anti-corruption investigators. Andrei Yermak is his name. Oh boy. Let's go ahead and read. It looks like a completely upstanding individual right here. Definitely, for sure, these people sure can pick them. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy announced Friday the resignation of his powerful chief of staff, Andrei Yermak, whose residence was searched earlier in the day by anti-corruption investigators. Yermak has been Ukraine's lead negotiator in peace talks with Russia and the United States. He's also been a trusted confidant of Zelenskyy's. The unprecedented searches. Unprecedented searches? Are you kidding me? Ukraine is like the single most corrupt country on earth, but whatever. At the heart of Ukraine's government comes at a time when Kyiv is under immense U.S. pressure to sign a peace deal. Nearly 4 years after Russia invaded, two national agencies fighting entrenched corruption in Ukraine said their searches targeted Yermak. A spokesperson for Yermak said the anti-graft agencies had not served Yermak a notice of suspicion, meaning he was not a suspect of the investigation. Oh, really? Yermak had not been told what the searches were related to. He's a powerful figure in Ukraine, and they're taking out the lead negotiator for the peace deal. This is fascinating move and absolutely and totally bloodthirsty. Here we go.
Corruption scandal has broken wide open involving a close aide to Ukraine's President Zelenskyy. Our chief foreign correspondent, Ian Pannell, has the latest from eastern Ukraine. Good morning, Ian.
Yeah, good morning, Rebecca. That's right. Anti-corruption investigators raiding the home and offices of Andrei Yermak. He's the head of President Zelenskyy's office. He's also a hugely powerful, influential and divisive figure in Ukraine. He is, in effect, Zelenskyy's right-hand man, and he's leading negotiations with the US in these peace talks. Ukraine has been consumed, as you say, by this massive corruption scandal in the energy sector that's implicated a former close business partner of Zelenskyy and seen the resignation of two government ministers. And honestly, the timing couldn't be worse, because you have senior US officials heading to Moscow and to Kyiv in the next few days as part of this push by President Trump to get a deal to end the war. In an interview published Thursday, Yermak actually ruled out conceding any Ukrainian territory in talks, and in a hardline speech, Vladimir Putin overnight ruling out a ceasefire unless Ukrainian forces withdraw, and saying it's pointless signing anything with Zelenskyy because he lacks legitimacy. And of course, all of this leaves the chances of a rapid end to this war looking remote. Guys.
Yeah, almost 4 years in now.
He is illegitimate. Zelenskyy is illegitimate. He hasn't held an election in years. He's required to by the Constitution. He raids churches. He's disintegrating the Christian church in Ukraine. He's led to the wholesale slaughter of 400,000 Ukrainian men, the entire generation. Ukraine isn't even a nation anymore. There is virtually no such thing as a Ukrainian anymore at all. The entire nation is in complete and wholesale collapse because of the suicidal war brought about in part by Joe Biden, his weakness. It's amazing how Russia only invades during Democrat presidents, Barack Obama, Joe Biden, and so on. They took Crimea, then they take the Donetsk, and so on. Like, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I just don't care. I just don't care. I'm sick of my taxpayer dollars funding it. Cut off the money entirely, and Ukraine need to lose not only the war, the whole rest of the country. So I say no. I say no. Let's just put an end to it. America can stop it right now, and that's what President Trump's trying to do. Is the honorable thing. But this is wild. His departure comes after authorities raided his home as part of a probe into $100 million corruption scandal involving top Ukrainian officials. Yermak was one of the most powerful figures in Ukraine, key player in the negotiations. Oh man, it's over. Yeah, it looks like they have photos of the raid. It's over, man. Like, if they're taking down his inner circle, it means they're going to replace him. It's not going to be good, bro. They're going to replace you. You're done. You're out. They're going to take out all the people around Zelenskyy, and then they're going to take out Zelenskyy. They're just going to, and he's going to go fly to some, non-extradition treaty country where he stashed away hundreds of millions of dollars, billions of American dollars, right? All these people, they all, like these scumbags, they always have a ripcord that they can pull for themselves as they slaughter their entire country. Zelenskyy team corrupt to the core. Andrei Yermak out, conducting searches of the office of Andrei Yermak, the government this morning. This entire war has been incredibly evil. It has been operated only to the benefit of evil people and organizations, to the destructions of Christian countries and populations and nations. It benefits no one, benefits absolutely no one. And we've funded it. We've created this wholesale slaughter. As Americans, we have a equal part in the funding of it and the creation of it. And so, no, it's time for it to be over. It's time for it to be done. There are no obstacles to the investigators. They were given full access to the apartment, cooperating with law enforcement. Big news in Ukraine. Andrei Yermak has been fired. Man. Amid Ukraine's corruption, Yermak is seen wearing a Swiss Puget watch. Thank you, U.S. and EU taxpayers. Yeah, just a $40,000 watch. Sure. Just your average watch that you wear when you're at war, right? When your country is suffering and has no money and needs American tax dollars. All right. I have faith that changes taking place in Ukraine are necessary. Will be the best to make our state stronger. Okay. Your resignation next, please. The money machine from Washington. Once it stops, you will see all of the corruption here. You will see it all collapse. Ukraine's shadow black cash system was used to fund the corruption of luxury homes for Zelenskyy and Yermak in gated housing cooperatives known as Dynasty. Goodness. They're a little on the nose here, aren't they? It looks like it's all coming to an end. Should have said thank you. You know what I mean? Should have said thank you. Everyone should be in favor of this ending. 400,000 and 1.5 million deaths. Goodness gracious. This is awful. Every moral person should be in favor of this ending and the jailing of everybody. I don't know where all the money is, says Zelenskyy. Look at this dude. Dude's in complete collapse. And he's back on the train, you know? You can literally see it. Enough of your tax dollars literally getting blown up. You know what I mean? All right. I will very much look forward to the end of the Zelenskyy rule in Ukraine and for peace. That's what we voted for. That's what we should get. Enough of this. Enough of this. Okay. Blow it out your nose. See ya.